Audio check, audio check. All right. Good Sunday morning, and Yabba Dabba Doo sports fans. Welcome back to the Barrel Ice Complex, Warrendale, Pennsylvania, for this semifinal game of the Pittsburgh Girls Fest between your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects 14U girls, this time in their home whites with the black and gold, and these Philly Junior Flyers in their traveling blacks with the orange trim. For those of you that are avid followers of the team, you'll remember we were out in Philly. Seems like about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and we tied this team twice. Maybe it was a little longer than that. So evenly matched teams. We'll see. I talked to one of the Philly dads quite a bit to see him at all the games over the last couple of years, and he said they've had a little bit of an up and down season. So we'll see what that means. They were 1-2 in pool play. As you know, we were 3-0 with a shootout win in Game 2. So that gives us the top seed, which puts us in the home whites for this game. And they are going to be in their traveling blacks. So we'll see what comes of this game. We got a minute 45 to go on the warm-up clock. I will be back with you for puck drop. All right, Schilling's doing his pre-game announcements here. We're going to get Salichik, Mrazek, Makasenka out here with Blinka and Kiesel. Coulter in the pipes to my left. Stripes is going to skate out here to drop the puck. We've got bearded Stripes this morning. We'll see what he's like. Yesterday we had Chris Farley Stripes, and there we go. We're underway. Mrazek sends it over. Flyers are going to pick it up, take it down the far wall into the far corner. Where Kiesel reverses it up that wall for Blinka. Blinka chips it, gets past and out back to neutral. Flyers regroup there. Makasenka pursuing, doesn't get a stick on it as the Flyers pick it up near wall. I turn it over there. Makasenka can't get a stick on it. They come back again. That girl is a candy cane stripe stick as Blinka sends it up to Mrazek. Mrazek into Salichik. Salichik and Makasenka was offside, so it doesn't matter. Salichik had a jump there, couldn't handle the pass from Mrazek. And we're going to come back likely. Oh, no, they're going to go here. Thought they were going to come all the way back. So out comes Stevens with Wu and Scarlatelli. Vitodian and Dull in the backyard. Aaron Dull, hello. You're watching from you're listening at least from your daughter's game. We miss you this morning, buddy. Vitodian up the wall. Scarlatelli. Up too far for Stevens. That'll go down, and that'll be an icing. So, Aaron, I'll give you everything I can. I know you're probably only listening as you're watching another game, but we miss you, bud. So they'll come all the way down here to this near circle to my left. For this draw, Wu's going to step in and take a defensive zone face-off. She does, draws it over into the corner. Vitodian around the backside on the backhand, around for Stevens. Too far. They hold the point. Stevens can't knock it out. Now Vitodian will pick it up. Vitodian chips it ahead to Stevens. Stevens up the near wall. Stevens still skating. Stevens dumps it. She's going to try to follow it. Dull falls down far point. Stevens cuts it off behind the net. They get stuck at stripes. Stevens centers. Nobody there. Now the smallest junior flyer is going to come up the far near wall. Sends it past Dull. They're going to go for a change. Dull will retreat, regroup, pick it up, send it across to Vitodian. Vitodian up. Too far for McVeigh, and it goes all the way into the far corner on a tip. No icing, Clardy. Clardy sends it around McVeigh in the near corner. McVeigh centers right through the goal mouth. Nobody there. Comes out to the point. Schilling holds it. Skates lower with it. Sends it down. Diamond fanned on the one-timer. Loose in front. Flyers push it to the far corner. They send it across, and Schilling holds the point. Sends it lower. Off Clardy. Flyers pick it up. They chip it back into the far corner. Now Clardy picks it up there. Clardy has Diamond open up top, hits her. Diamond puts it back to Clardy in the corner. Clardy bodied into the wall, battling with two Flyers there. Clardy still battling along the wall. Now Diamond joins in. They take it away. Clardy skates out of there with it. Into the center, Diamond. Diamond gets a shot off. Hits a leg in front and gets knocked down into the near corner, McVeigh. McVeigh battling there with a couple of Flyers. You probably see it. I can't. I got dads in the way. They're battling up the wall. Try to catch it on the iPad. I can't see it any better there. Now the Flyers have it behind their goaltender. Push it over to the near corner, up the wall. Zivkovic in deep, going to battle there. They come out of there with it. Diamond knocks down McVeigh. They're both down on the wall. And Zivkovic holds the point. Diamond's having trouble getting up. Let's see if her edges are okay. She seems fine as she skates off. Junior Flyers come through the center of the zone on our change. Stripes in the way. Zivkovic and a Flyer collide in front of me here. And now Makasenka comes back the other way with it. Makasenka down the near wall. Backhands it in front of the goal mouth over to the far corner. Mrazek picks it up there. Mrazek chips it along the wall to Makasenka. Makasenka battling behind the net. Loose in behind. Flyers pick it up. They're going to come up the near wall. Kiesel's going to retreat. Mrazek skates over as the Flyers dump it. That will be an icing. So we'll come back down here for this one in the near corner. 11 of you early on a Sunday morning. I'm sure that will improve as time goes on. Into the near corner, Salatrick. Salatrick takes the draw. Makasenka chips it in front. Nobody there. Comes off Mrazek's skate. Flyers pick it up. They send it up the near wall. Gets by everybody. Goes all the way down. And they wave it off as Kiesel and a Flyer battle behind the net. Now Blinka steps in, sends it around the far wall for Salatrick. Salatrick up the far wall. She's got a little bit of room. She chips it. Flyers send it back the other way. Blinka overskates. Kiesel cleans it up. Kiesel. Through neutral. Gains the blue line. Kiesel still skating. Gets a shot off. Goaltender saves it. Knocks it behind the net. Mrazek overskates. Flyers pick it up there. Flyers up the wall. Kiesel holds. No, she doesn't hold. Wu retreats, regroups, sends it across to Blinka on a sauce pass. Blinka down into the far corner. All the way around. Wu's going to go chase it. They're going to pick it up there, send it all the way out. Scarlatelli has to wait. She gets the zone clear and dumps it. Scarlatelli, Shannon, Wu, Blinka, and now Vitodian's going to jump out as Kiesel took a chance to get off. Loose in front. Shannon with the backhand miss to the far side. They're battling low. Wu throws it back into the corner. Now Scarlatelli throws it behind the net. Shannon pushes it over to the far corner to Wu. They throw it behind the net near corner. Vitodian cheats all the way in. Scarlatelli covers her high. Around the back. Shannon in deep. They throw it around the back again. Now the Flyers have it. They're going to come up the far wall. Blinka holds that point. She's been out there a long time. Scarlatelli shoots, blocked by a Flyer. Woo's going to head off. That's going to get McVeigh out, as the junior Flyers are going to get it back to neutral. Blinka is going to shoot it deep from the red line and finally get off as Scarlatelli and Shannon come with her. That'll get Claherty and Diamond out here with Dull. Shot by Vitodian in front of the net. Didn't go as the Flyers goalie made a save into the corner. Battling that puck up the wall. McVeigh battling, and the Flyers are going to push it out back to neutral. All the way back to Vitodian. Vitodian up to Diamond. Chips it down the wall. Flyers chip it back out, and here they come. As McVeigh and Claherty surround that player. We've got numbers here with Dull and Diamond as they caught the Flyers in a change. Dull skates over. Dull gets pulled down, draws the tripping penalty on the Flyers as she came through the center of the zone. They pulled her legs out from under her, and we're going to get a Flyer. Going to sit for 90 seconds for a trip. Somehow I am way off on time, not sure how. They must have ran the clock during a break. So we will get back in sync here as they're going to line up for a power play draw. McVeigh, Diamond, Claherty, Zivkovic, and Schilling out here. McVeigh's going to take this draw. Draws it over to Claherty. Claherty back to Schilling. Schilling down to Claherty. Claherty behind the net. Still dancing with it. Claherty out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic over to Schilling. Schilling with lots of room. Schilling sends it along the ice. We're getting another penalty here. We'll see on who. It's an interference call. And it's going to be on the junior Flyers. So we're going to play a minute 16 of 5-on-3 hockey. As junior Flyers going to sit for interference in front of the net. McVeigh, Diamond, Claherty, Schilling, and Zivvy. 5-on-3. They've been out here a while. I would have thought maybe we'd change the players. But we chose not to do that. And McVeigh's going to draw it into the corner. Send it around behind. These are the moments that change the momentum of the game as Schilling has it on the far point. Schilling over to Zivkovic. Let's just take the pass on the backhand, throws it in front. And now she's going to throw it in front again, and the Flyers are going to pick it up. And on a 5-on-3, they're content to ice it. So now we should get some new players. I see Kiesel and Blinka jumping out. We're not changing forwards, which is interesting. They've been out here a while. Now we are going to change forwards. We're going to get Shannon, Stevens, and Wu. Going to come out here for this face-off. 57 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as Stevens is going to step in and take this draw. Stevens draws it over to Shannon. Shannon down behind the net. They battle in the corner there. They're still battling in the corner. I can't see it. They're tying it up. I can't see it. And they come out of the corner. Stevens does. Stevens around the back. She tries to wrap around. It's stuck in her feet. And we're getting a stoppage here. Not sure. Net's off the moorings, which seems a little suspicious because there was no action there. Net's off the moorings. We're going to go to the far circle with 37 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Flyers drop back to the corner. They bring it behind the net now. They send it and they ice it, which quite frankly I can't disagree with this strategy. And with 8:13, 29 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, we're going to come back down here for another draw in the near corner. We need to get a clean face-off win here as Stevens skated by the bench to get some type of direction from Jimmy. And looks like that's going to put Wu in the dot. So we need somebody to cleanly win one of these things as Wu steps in, and there's another one that doesn't go clean into the corner. They go behind the net now. They chip it up the wall, and Kiesel holds. Kiesel skates in with room. Kiesel puts it across to Blinka. Blinka throws it. Loose in front. They clear it out to the point. Blinka dives and holds it. Blinka lost it there as Kiesel sent it in. We are offsides. So 8 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, and we haven't accomplished anything here, which is unfortunate because these are those moments that change the momentum in these games. It would have been good to get one here. So now we're going to put out Salatrick, Mrazek, and Makasenka. Vitodian and Dull as Mrazek brings it in. Makasenka comes down the far wall, can't handle it. Goes into the corner where she's going to battle. Send it around to Mrazek. 1 second to go. 5-on-3 over. 14 seconds of 5-on-4 left now as Vitodian sends it down into the corner. Makasenka battling there. Oh, no, it's not Makasenka. It's Mrazek battling there. Now up the half wall. 2 seconds to go. And they've successfully killed the entire 5-on-3, which, quite frankly, will give them some momentum. And now here they come the other way. They chip it by Salatrick down the far wall. Vitodian's going to pick it up there. She's going to need to hurry. She doesn't get much on that reversal up the wall as Dahl's pulled down again. This time, no call. Mrazek battling. Flyers send it deeper. You got Salatrick just pulled a flyer down, too. Now we backhanded up the wall. And it's going to come to Vitodian. She'll take it all the way around behind Coulter and come hard up the wall. Past Makasenka, past the Flyers, and it goes to Mrazek. Here comes Mrazek down the near wall. Mrazek gets a shot off. Goaltender gloves it, covers it. And we will get a stoppage with 6:49 to go, first period. So this draw in the corner, McVeigh sends it into the corner. All the way around, Clawhardy can't catch up to it. Schilling's going to step up, throw it deeper, down to Diamond. It gets under her blade, into the near corner for McVeigh. McVeigh back around to Diamond under heavy pressure, all the way around to the far side, Schilling. Schilling sends it down the wall, but it got tipped, and now the Flyers pick it up and come back the other way, where Zivkovic picks it up, sends it to McVeigh. McVeigh overskates it, can't get it into the zone, and now they battle along the wall. Flyers send it across. Now Diamond will pick it up. Diamond down the wall, into the near corner. They send it into the corner. One of our players is down to Clawhardy. Clawhardy bodied into the wall. McVeigh in the corner now. And they're going to skate it out now. They've got numbers. Put it over to the far wall. Schilling. They chip it low in behind Coulter, where Zivkovic's going to pick it up weakly up the wall. Can't get it by that Flyer. And now the Flyers come out into the center with it. Loose, top of the slot. Shot. Doesn't hit the net as Coulter looks at it. Goes to the end wall. Schilling with a backhand up the wall. And it drifts out. Clawhardy's going to pick it up there, come down the far side. Clawhardy under heavy pressure. Clawhardy separated from the puck, take it down into the goalie. They all go in the net. Puck in the corner. She's pushing Clawhardy out of the crease. As Clawhardy got tackled into her. Clawhardy needs to get out. She does. Now Kiesel can send it in. Kiesel out here now with Blinka. See Scarlatelli and Stevens, and now Shannon joins them. Stevens behind. Stevens out to Kiesel. Kiesel with room. Kiesel sends it. Hit Scarlatelli in front of the net. Over to the far wall, Blinka. Blinka chips it down. Past Stevens to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli tried to bring it in. It came loose through the goal mouth. Nobody could tip it in. Over to the near wall. Shannon sends it down the wall to Stevens. Stevens puts it into the corner. Back out to Kiesel. Kiesel kicks it lower. Scarlatelli picks it up. Scarlatelli with a shot. Somebody got to stick on that. Ramped it to the glass behind the wall. In the corner. Now we got the Flyers skating it up the wall. Kiesel steps up. Kiesel will hold it momentarily. Flyers pick it up. And they will ice it. So we'll come back down here for this draw. In the near corner as Stripes is working on the net again. Something wrong with this net on this end. This is the second time Stripes has had to work on it. So we're going to get Salatrick, Mrazek, Makasenka, Vitodian, and Dahl on the ice now. Stripes working on the other pole now. So he's not happy with this net at the far end of this ice. And now he seems to be happy, so we'll step in for the draw. And died on the dot. Salatrick puts it in the corner. Makasenka gives it up to a Flyer behind the net. Still in the corner. Mrazek puts a stick in there. Vitodian whacks one. Got a tip, and it slowed it down. Dahl shoots. Puck high. Dahl, it's in her feet. She sends it out to Mrazek. Mrazek looking, surveying. Dumps it down to Dahl. They put it in front. And goaltender's going to cover it. Makasenka couldn't get a stick on it as it came through the crease. So we will go to the far circle for this draw as Diamond, McVeigh, and Clawhardy come out here with Zivkovic and Schilling as I've got Bryn Scarlatelli climbing up the bleachers right in front of me. Zivkovic as Vitodian fell down in front of me. Flyers have it. They send it up the far wall. Clawhardy chips it, keeps it in, and they're going to send it back out. No, Oh, they are offsides. It did come out. So we're going to go to the dot in front of the Flyers bench for this draw, as McVeigh's going to take it. Flyers win it back. They send it up the near wall behind Stripes, where Zivkovic sends it back behind Stripes. Down the wall, Diamond whacking at it. Diamond comes into the zone with it, sends it. Flyers pick it up, send it back out. They wave off the icing on a tip, and Zivkovic should get there first. She does, sends it up the wall, where Claherty gets pushed off of it. Flyers far point. Shot from the far point. Coulter catches it in the red basket. And with 3:37, we should go to the far circle for this draw, as Wu, Stevens, and Scarlatelli come out with Blinka and Kiesel. Here comes Stevens. Stevens loses the puck coming out of the zone. They send it in on Coulter. She's going to cover that up. No, they left it for Kiesel. She should have held that one. See if that turns out to be costly. Now she can't handle that rebound. Over to the far wall. Wu's going to pick it up. Wu hard around, but it's going to be out of Kiesel's reach. They're going to battle in the corner. Puck rolling along the top of the boards behind the net. Up the far wall. Stevens. Now it comes to Blinka. Blinka clears it and negates that misstep. Blinka down the far side. Dumps it in behind the goaltender. Blinka gets her skates taken out from underneath her. Flyers pick it up there. Saltrick skates up. You had Blinka cut that one off. Blinka with a shot from the far point hits somebody and goes to the near wall. As this one comes across, Stevens put a stick down, couldn't stop it. Blinka picks it up, zone clear. Blinka's going to send it in as her stick was tied up. They send it lower. Scarlatelli's going to go chase behind the net as Mrazek jumps on for Stevens. They send it up the wall. Mrazek chips it lower. Flyers send it out. Kiesel holds it. Saltrick tried to hold it. Kiesel can't. Now it comes back out. Kiesel's going to dump it ahead as Saltrick pressures that Flyer. Now it comes back to neutral. Kiesel. She's going to regroup. She's going to send it up to Mrazek. Mrazek's going to backhand it down the far wall. It's going to make it all the way to the corner. And now they'll battle behind the net. Saltrick's going to come out of there with it. Saltrick throws it through the goal mouth. Dahl picks it up on the far point. Dahl with a shot rebound. Dahl again picks it up on the far point. She's looking for an angle. Throws it low. A bunch of sticks. Nothing happens. Dahl for the third time over there. Dahl throws it, but down behind the net, and Makasenka's going to go battle. Oh, it comes dangerously in front. Flyers cleared off to the far wall. Minute 41 to go. Flyers gain the red line, dump it past Dahl. They're going to head for a change, at least some of them. Vitodian will pick it up. Heavy pressure behind the net. It's loose in front. Flyers pick it up there, and we're going to send it out. That was out, and they are offsides. Bearded Stripes was in the perfect position to call that one. And we are going to get an offsides right here in front of us on the Armstrong dot. And that's going to be Schilling Zivkovic with McVeigh, Diamond, and Claherty coming out for this draw, just outside our defensive zone. As Claherty picks it up, Stripes goes down. Stripes still down. So he's a little slow to get up as Claherty gets pushed off the puck. Stripes lost his glasses. He went ass over teacups on that faceoff and fell down. So we've got puck in the near corner here. Puck out to the point. McVeigh held it, sent it in deeper with 1:04 to go. I'm off a couple seconds. This clock operator must be slow on the button. As Diamond gets pulled down behind the net. Up the wall, Zivkovic holds it. They send it all the way around behind with 53 to go. They push it up the wall. Flyers pick it up there in stride. Schilling back, pushing that player to the wall. She stops, she turns. Skates to the near point, backhands it. Cut off by Schilling. Schilling over to the wall. Can't quite get it out. It's tangled in Claherty's feet. Claherty dances with it. Backhands it up ahead to McVeigh. McVeigh pushes it ahead. Now with 31 to go. As the Flyers pick it up, bring it in front of their own net. They send it up. Too far. And that will be an icing. That'll give me a chance to get the clock lined up. 22 to go in the arena. Come back down here to the near circle. Shannon, Scarlatelli, Wu, Blinka, and Kiesel in the near corner for this draw. 22 seconds to go in this first period. They draw it into the corner. Flyers are going to pick it up, take it behind their own goaltender. Got a stick in there, but they can't stop them from skating it out. This girl's, now they'll stop them. Oh, Scarlatelli tripped over her own 2 feet. Puck goes in on Coulter as a flyer skates in front and knocks down the other flyer. 8.6 to go in the arena. We'll come here to the near circle for this draw, as Wu's going to step in and take this one. And we're directing a little bit of traffic, and now it goes into the corner where Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel sends it off the back of a flyer, and then she pushes it out, and that'll do it. We played 1. We've accomplished nothing. I'll be back for 2. All right, they're coming out for 2. Salatrick, Mrazek, Magasenka, Kiesel, and Blanca as Stripes checks with the goaltenders. And they get ready to drop it here for period number 2. They draw it across. Salatrick should get there first as Mrazek got tackled. Salatrick feet first into the board. She's fine. Kiesel behind the net. Kiesel hard up the wall. Mrazek's going to have to battle. She does. Battles it out. Magasenka's going to go chase it down, but the Flyers will beat her. That flyer almost lost her edge. Now they send it around to the far corner where Kiesel steps in front. Holds it. Going to watch that far point as Kiesel retreats. Kiesel sends it off the back of a flyer. And here they come the other way. Up pass. Kiesel cut that off. Magasenka whacked at it, missed it. Kiesel kicked it with her skate out, and now Magasenka will clear it. Flyers dump it back in down the near wall. Blanca sends it ahead. Salatrick can't get a stick in there. Flyers D to D now up the far wall. They dump it in behind Coulter. Bad angle bounce. Lilly didn't even see that one coming, and then luckily got a stick out there to stop that one on a rebound. Bad angle bounce off the wall on the dump by Dull, and now Blanca back through center. Blanca. That might have been Kiesel on the bad angle dump, not Dull. Now we're going to push it down the wall. The Flyers do. Kiesel gets tackled by a Flyer that was sliding to the wall, and Salatrick picks it up behind Coulter. Stick up high into Salatrick. Could have called a hook there, didn't. They tip it out. Clawherty behind everybody. Clawherty at a bad angle, though. Clawherty comes in. Goaltender with the save. And we're going to get a whistle. 13:28 to go in the arena. Clawherty was cherry picking a little bit there, and it almost worked out. But alas, it did not. And we're going to get a draw here in the near circle of our offensive zone with 13:28 to go. Shots 10-5 in favor of the Selects. And this one drifts to the end wall where Diamond picks it up, tries to center, got it in front, and McVeigh's getting pushed. Puck's still loose. Comes out to Clawherty. Clawherty shoots up high over everybody into the near corner. Goaltender never got that one covered. And they dump it down past Schilling, and Zivkovic will retreat. Zivkovic bumbles it in the corner, but picks it up. Sends it up the wall, but not out. And now the Flyers hold it on the near point. And now it'll come back out as McVeigh chipped it by everybody. Clardy down the far wall again. Clardy dances in. Malia Clardy, top right shelf on the backhand, and it's 1-0 Steel City. Clardy came in at a bad angle, lifted it top right corner, and it's 1-0 Steel City on a goal by Clardy. So McVeigh got the clear, tipped it ahead to Clardy, and it is now 1-0. And here's Tina doing her crab dance. Got to get that on film. I had to pull Kyle back. You can see Brett doing it in the background there a little bit too. Sorry, Kyle. I had to get the Tina crab dance. Now I'm all cattywampus here. I messed up my tripod. Got to get that fixed. Trying to get Tina. She's trying to hide from me, and it's not working. So I had to get her there as they force it down the near wall here. I'll get back in line. When the cold hits, the tripod doesn't stay tight. So now the Flyers are going to dump it into the near corner. Well, they didn't give McVeigh an assist on that one. I would have, as a couple of girls go down in the corner there. Here comes Scarlatelli skating out with it. Scarlatelli up the near wall. Scarlatelli with a shot blocked by the Flyer in behind the net now. I'm 7 seconds behind. I'll fix it next break. Loose in front. They're still beating and banging, and now the Flyers are going to come out of there with it. They got numbers if they hurry, and they tip it off a stick, and Dahl's going to chase this down into the corner. Oh, Dahl got pulled down. No call, which is odd, but Stripes must not have been paying too much attention. This comes out to Salatrick. Salatrick coming hard up the wall. Salatrick with Shannon trailing. Salatrick puts it in behind, and Shannon can't pick it up, and here come the Flyers back the other way. Going to get a little up and down here now, it seems, as the Flyers are going to dump it, and that will be an icing. And that'll let me get back in line here with 11:35 to go, second period. All right, so this is going to come into the near corner. Salatrick, Makasenka, Stevens now. Stevens throws it lower, can't get it through the morass of bodies. Makasenka puts it in front to Stevens. Stevens puts it on net, and they're going to send it all the way down, and that will be another icing. So this Flyers team is content to ice it in tough situations. So Stevens will come back into the circle with Salatrick and Makasenka, Blinka, and Kiesel for this draw. No, they're going to go to the far circle now. So Stevens will take this draw in the far circle. See what happens here as Stripes directs traffic. They push it into the corner. Salatrick steps in front, can't hold it. Blinka. Ooh, Blinka. Dangerous with that elbow as the puck drifts all the way back. Wasn't intentional, but that elbow was up as Kiesel hits Makasenka. Makasenka dumps it. Now in behind the net. Salatrick will go back there. They chip it by her. Blinka cheats way down. They chip it by her. Kiesel's over to cover. And this one skates across. Makasenka chipped it again. Now the Flyers pick it up. Flyer fell down. Stevens will pick it up. Stevens dumped it. She was behind the red line. They didn't call the icing. And now the Flyers are going to have it along the wall. Stevens and Salatrick skate in. Stevens whacking. Blinka holds. Stevens whacking. And now Diamond comes out of there with it, puts it on net, push it into the far corner. And Stevens and a Flyer girl skate into each other and knock each other down as Stevens heads to the bench. Up the far wall, Zivkovic can't hold. Schilling retreats. Schilling up to Clardy, too far. And this one will go all the way into the corner where Clardy will pick it up. They're going to battle back there. Now Diamond comes out of there with it. Diamond tried the old wraparound, didn't work as she's knocked down. Clardy puts it in front. Nobody there. Now it bounces up the wall. Zivkovic chips it lower. It's in some Flyer skates. Clardy comes out of there with it in the corner. Clardy centers. Diamond can't get a stick on it. Over to the far corner, McVeigh. McVeigh up to the far point, Schilling. Schilling down the wall. McVeigh under heavy pressure lets it go all the way around, and Diamond's going to bat it back to McVeigh. McVeigh back to Diamond through her legs up the wall, and Zivkovic's going to step up, hold it. Now Diamond puts it in front. McVeigh spins, shot knocked down by a Flyer, and they're going to clear it up into the selects bench, which will let the faceoff stay back here. 9:24, second period. So we're going to go to one of these circles here. I'm not sure why he's taking the face-off outside the zone when the Flyers cleared it into the bench. But he's the one with the whistle. Vitodian trying to send it in. Now they get it in. Goes all the way in behind the net. 9:06, the clock's not running. They must have let the clock run too long. So now we'll see what happens here. Now they got the clock running as the puck goes all the way over. This clock operator struggled this morning as it goes out to the far point. Shot blocked. And now I'm out of sequence again because of the clock mishaps. That's saved by Coulter from the far point, or the near point. Now it goes in behind. Centering pass cut off by one of the select. Shannon lost an edge. Shot from the near point gets all the way through, and Vitodian covers that up. We'll get back in sync again with 8:39 to go, and we'll go into the near corner. So we've got Salatrick, Mrazek, Stevens with Kiesel and Blinka now coming out. Salatrick's going to take this draw. And they're directed traffic on the far side of the circle. Blinka picks it up, takes it behind Coulter. Blinka up the wall for Stevens. Stevens can't handle it as she dives to clear it. And this one comes back Flyers as Blinka stood that player up at the line. Now they dump it in. Kiesel banks it off the wall. Out. Flyers have to regroup. Flyers go D to D. They skate up with it. It gets by Blinka. This could create an opportunity here. Bad angle shot. Coulter gloves it. And with 8:07, we'll get a stoppage in the near circle. So those shots are evening up now. We're up to 13-8 on the shot clock in favor of the Selects. Salatrick's going to step in and take this draw. They draw it over to the near point. Shot from there. Coulter gloves it. We'll do it again with 8:03. As Coulter's talking to Stevens as she casually stripes the puck. So this time the draw comes back to the near point. Over to the far point. Stevens tried to block that shot. It got all the way through. Coulter knocks it to the corner. Kiesel behind Salatrick. Leaves it. Stevens picks it up. Stevens up the near wall. Stevens gets a shot off blocked. That puck comes through. Diamond gets it to Stevens. Can't backhand it. Or Kiesel got it to Stevens, rather. This time they chip it by Kiesel, and Blinka's going to have to chase it down. Blinka will get there first, but not before. An icing. So they're going to bring it all the way back down here. 7:35 to go. Going to go to the far circle for this draw. McVeigh, Clardy, Diamond, Schilling, and Zivkovic. We'll go to that far circle. McVeigh's going to take this draw. Dump it across to Diamond. Diamond up to Schilling. Schilling throws it through, knocked down by a Flyer. McVeigh gets pushed down in the far circle. Now they battle there along the wall. Diamond fell down. Flyer in behind the net. They bank it behind Clardy. She got a little bit on it to slow it down. Blinka comes across. They send it ahead. Zivkovic. Oh, no, that was Diamond that came across, not Blinka. Flyers send it back the other way, high up the wall. It rolls all the way along and ends up as an icing. 7:08. Should go to the far circle for this one. Schilling's playing some Devo over there. You don't hear a lot of Devo at hockey games. As McVeigh's going to take this draw. Dies on the dot again, and they chip it over to the wall where Diamond's going to pick it up, leave it for Zivkovic. Zivkovic with a shot, hit McVeigh in the skates. Clardy skates over to the near wall, picks it up. Clardy up the wall, try to get it to Schilling. They chip it out. Zivkovic's going to pick it up, chip it back the other way, and they're going to call offsides on Clardy. So we'll go again, this time from the dot right in front of me to my left. The Stripes, oh no, Stripes is going to kick it back here. And Vitodian in backyard with Dull. Scarlatelli, Shannon, and Wu. Wu's going to step in for this draw. Scarlatelli overskates, Flyers down the far wall. Shot! Missed everything to the near side. As the girls battle it up the wall, Flyers hold it at the near point, send it around behind. Dull picks it up, sends it up the near wall. Shannon can't chip it out. Now it's loose in front. Out to the near point. They chip it down the wall. Into the corner. They chip it out. Flyers regroup at the red line. They stop, they turn. They gain the red line, dump it. Got knocked down as Shannon elbows a player down. Vitodian. Scarlatelli chips it. Shannon chips it in. Wu chipped it in, rather. She's going to follow it down the wall. They chip it past Scarlatelli. Puck loose. They shoot it into the center. And now they're going to come back with it. The Flyers the other way. Scarlatelli gets a stick in there, chips it to the far corner, where the Flyers pick it up behind Coulter. They send it around. Now it's going to be Dull. Dull's going to pick it up there. Tries to send it ahead to Shannon. Too far. Flyers regroup. Send it ahead, and Vitodian's going to pick it up. Wait for the zone to clear. Vitodian lazily up to Shannon. Shannon tips it in. Flyers pick it up and take it into the near corner. Reverse direction up the far, or into the far corner. Reverse direction up the far wall. Now behind. Oh, it came dangerously in front. Comes out to Wu. Wu couldn't handle it. Knocks it out to Vitodian. Vitodian down to Scarlatelli, who chips it behind the net. And now they're going to send it up the near wall as Dull cheats in. They chip it by her. And Vitodian has her covered and picks it up, sends it ahead to Stevens. Stevens tried to hit Shannon. Missed her, and it went into the near corner. And now the Flyers are going to pick it up and come back the other way. They send it all the way through everybody, and that will be an icing. 5:07 back this way for a draw in this near circle. 1-0 Steel City on a goal by Claherty. 14-11 on the shot clock as the Flyers are gradually chipping away at our shot advantage. Stevens is going to step in here in the near circle for this draw. See what she can do as directing traffic on the Flyers. Stevens puts it into the corner. Flyers pick it up there. Blanca battling. Stevens battling. They send it out. It's going to be one-on-one with Kiesel. I like these odds. As Kiesel pushes her to the corner. Goes in behind the net now. Center comes through everybody to the far point. They stop. They turn. They battle. Makasenko over there battling. Now Stevens joins. Kiesel's involved. Stevens whacks at it. Still can't get it out. Makasenko. They take it away from her behind the net. Put it off the back of the net. Now Stevens picks it up. Stevens skating with it. Stevens backhands it ahead. Flyers going to pick it up and dump it ahead. Too far. Kiesel cuts that off. Kiesel pushes it ahead. Flyers top of their defensive zone. Send it across. Blanca is going to push that player to the wall. She sends it around behind where Kiesel's going to pick it up. Kiesel chips it up the far wall. Flyers pick it up there. Lose it on the wall. Kiesel with pressure. They send it ahead to Makasenko. Makasenko sends it, and they wave off the icing on a tip that I didn't see. Flyers pick it up behind the net, send it up the wall, and that's going to come out as they send it ahead. Zivkovic sends it back. Flyers are going to have to wait for the zone to clear. They do. They send it back to their defensive player. And now they come on the near wall. Up. Get it all the way through. They're behind Schilling, and Diamond got a stick in there and cut it away. Schilling picks it up. Schilling gets separated from it on the far wall. She gets knocked down. In behind the net now, Zivkovic. Zivkovic picks it up the wall. For Mrazek, couldn't get it out. Now it goes over into the far corner. Schilling will get there first. Sends it up the wall. Diamond knocks it out. Mrazek gets a stick in there. Directs it into the zone. Diamond can't follow it. Now Diamond gets a stick in there, takes it away. Diamond with a shot through the goal mouth into the near corner. Comes over to the far point. Schilling holds, sends it down the wall. Diamond gets knocked over by a bulldozer from the Flyers in behind the net. Now that girl was 6 times her size up the wall. Schilling's going to hold. Schilling throws it down to Diamond. Diamond backhands it behind the net for McVeigh. McVeigh backhands it over to Claherty. Claherty whacks it, hits a Flyer with it. Out to the point, Zivkovic. Zivkovic sends it, hits a Flyer up high. Diamond whacking at it, back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic sends it again. It doesn't get through the bodies. Claherty whacks it behind the net. McVeigh. Now the Flyers pick it up behind their goaltender, send it up the wall. 2:35 to go as they come up the near wall. Schilling takes the puck, sends it in deeper. It's going to go all the way around behind. That's going to facilitate a change, at least for some of them. We got Wu. We got Scarlatelli. And we get an icing. 2:20 to go. Wu, Scarlatelli, and Shannon jump out. And Dahl with Vitodian. Mort giving some instructions to Shannon. This puck's going to come into the near corner for Wu to take this draw. Dump it to the corner. Flyers pick it up, send it around. Up the far wall. Scarlatelli with pressure. Now dancing back into the center around Shannon. Can't get around Shannon the second time as she takes the puck away and sends it back the other way. Scarlatelli's going to go chase it down behind the net. She gets there first. Scarlatelli turns, spins, can't throw it into the center. Here come the Flyers back the other way. Flyers through neutral. They dump it into the far corner past Coulter. Vitodian there. Vitodian up the wall. Flyers hold. Wu takes it away, backhands it out. Shannon chips it. They're going to wave off the icing on a tip. Puck to the end line. Flyers get there first. Come up the near wall. Flyers up the near wall over to Vitodian. Vitodian up the wall to Salatrick. Salatrick red line dump. Shannon's going to chase it. No. They call her off. Going to get a change here with 1:24 to go. Puck in the corner. Salatrick battling hard. Makasenka and Mrazek join her as a Flyer falls down. Out to Dull. Dull rips one. Goaltender with the breadbasket save. And with 1:12, we'll get a draw in the near corner. Kiesel comes out. Blinka's already out. We'll keep the front end. Salatrick, Mrazek, Makasenka. Salatrick's going to step in and take this draw in the near circle. We will wait for the Flyers to get aligned, and there it is. Draws it back to Blinka. Blinka rips it. Goaltender with a save with the paddle over to the far corner, where Makasenka throws it in front. Flyers cut that down. Bounce it up the wall. It gets tangled in some feet, and now it will come out as Blinka sent it in. Makasenka and Salatrick were offsides. So we'll do it again, this time on the dot in front of the selects bench. Same players. 6'9", 12, 67, 83 with 57.7 to go. As this puck drifts into the zone, Flyers pick it up there. They chip it up the wall. They battle in front of me. Flyers, they send it in. Blinka sends it down. It does go in. Flyers down the near wall. Put it in front. Blinka cleans it up. Blinka banks it off the wall, picks it up herself. Here she comes with numbers. Down the near side, tried to put it across to Salatrick, didn't get it there. Comes back out, and Kiesel steps in front, pushes it back out to Makasenka. Lots of snow in front of the bench as Makasenka puts it in the corner with 26 to go. Salatrick tried to center, overskated it, and now they push it up the far wall. Kiesel cheats in. Kiesel holds. Kiesel sends it. Goaltender with a pad save to the near wall. Blinka chops it lower. Around behind. They're battling hard back there, Mrazek. Kiesel steps up again, sends it. Doesn't get through the bodies. Flyers pick it up with 5 to go. They turn, they circle, and that pass will kill the second period. We played 2. It's 1-0 on a goal by Clardy. I'll be back for 3. All right, we'll come out for 3. Schilling played Renegade, and we had the least coordinated foot tap in history, shaking the camera there during the break as the puck goes into the near corner. They're going to battle there. Claherty, Diamond, and McVeigh out here with Schilling and Zivvy to start. Schilling throws it deeper. Claherty can't handle it there. Flyers are going to pick it up behind their goaltender. Send it around to the near corner. 16-11 on the shots as this comes back. Schilling's going to chase it. Schilling backhands it up the wall. Flyers are going to wait. Then Diamond's going to send it ahead. Diamond all the way down. They're going to call it an icing. 14-25. We'll come back down here to the near circle for this draw. As we get Stevens, Wu, Scarlatelli, Dolan, Vitodian, and the large Americano apparently wasn't enough this morning as I'm yawning. Over to the near point, they throw it lower. Shot, loose in front. Chipping, still loose on the side of the net. Stripes is going to let him play. Coulter's trying to get something on it. She's got something covered. Puck loose in front, comes around to the other side. Coulter says no. They let him play. Oh, massive people go into the wall over there as Scarlatelli gets up. Oh, no, that's Vitodian. As the Flyers retreat and send it down the near wall. Vitodian. They're going to call an icing on that. Stripes is a little delayed on his calls. So now we're going to come all the way down here with 13:50 to go. Blinka, Kiesel, Mrazek, Salatrick, and Makasenka skate out for this draw in the near circle. To my right, 13:51 in the arena as Salatrick steps in to take this draw. Stripes direct in traffic. And it comes across into the goal mouth. Flyers pick it up there. They backhand it ahead. Come up the near wall. Chip it by Kiesel as puck goes in behind the net. Blinka battling. Flyers pick it up, send it out front. Kiesel will clean it up, come back up the near wall. With Makasenka trailing. Kiesel skates along the goal line. Kiesel out to the far point to Blinka. Blinka sends it. Bouncing puck. It's in Makasenka's feet. Makasenka shot. Pad saved by the goalie. Mrazek out to Blinka. Blinka across to Kiesel. They jump her. No, Kiesel holds it. Girl tried to jump the pass. It took forever to get there, but Kiesel maintained it. This one comes back out to Kiesel. Kiesel whacks it. Goaltender with a save. Covers it up. And we'll get a stoppage with 13 flat. Third period. Here comes Claherty, McVeigh, and Diamond with Zivkovic and Schilling. Out for this draw in the near circle. As the shot's 18-13. Puck loose. In on the goalie, still loose. And she finally gets it covered. And if you thought yesterday's whistle from Stripes was bad, this one's barely audible. But they blow it dead with 12:54. McVeigh's going to take this draw. She puts it into the corner. They're going to go battle there. I can't really see it. The Flyers are going to come out of there with it. They send it across. Schilling lets it go for Zivkovic. Zivkovic sends it back to neutral to Claherty. Too far. Flyers pick it up. No. Diamond's going to chip it in. Over to the far side. They're going to skate across. Here come the Flyers. They chip it up into the zone. Nobody knew where that puck was. As Schilling's going to pick it up. Send it to the point. Flyers hold. They send it lower. Where Zivkovic sends it up the wall. McVeigh battling. Diamond battling. They push it back to neutral. Flyers retreat. They send it all the way up. Schilling will get there first. She'll corral it in front of Coulter. Turn. Backhand. She loses the puck in the corner. Now McVeigh joins in. Flyers with a shot missed badly to the near side. Claherty picks it up. Claherty through the snow battles it out. And now down the far wall. Diamond pushes it. Flyers regroup. We're changing sloppily at that, I might add. As the Flyers are going to come up the wall. Wu holds it, at least momentarily. And now, can't see who that is. That's Diamond joins it, but they push it out as Vitodian skates back, sends it up to Claherty. Claherty gets it around one. Claherty down the near wall. Claherty puts it on net, but it got tipped and ends up behind the net over to the far corner. Stevens skates up. They skate around her. Now here comes the Flyers player, and they're going to be offsides. with 11:18 to go. Shannon, Wu, Stevens, Vitodian, and Dahl. They win it back to Vitodian. Vitodian off the wall to Shannon. A little bit too far, but she chips it into the zone as the Flyers pick it up behind the net. Going to take it up. Stevens gets involved back there. Beating and whacking. Now they send it up the wall. Vitodian. Vitodian lower. Stevens. Centers. Can't get it through, and this one's going to come out. No, Dahl holds it. Now they block it. Dahl still holds it. Throws it past Shannon down to Stevens. Stevens centers for Wu. Wu stops, turns, and laying Wu top left corner. And who scored that goal? Wu scored that goal. 2-1, 2-0 selects. We're in position this time for the Tina Crab Dance. Whoa! Jimmy's having lighting problems here at Barrel. As we go to 10:44 to go, third period, as they send it in, and the goaltender's going to cover. We had a momentary electrical flash there while Tina was doing her crab dance. And we now have 10:38 to go, third, 2-0 selects. And we're going to go to the far corner. Salatrick's going to take this draw. She falls down. Send it deeper as they push it around. And they send it out to Kiesel. Kiesel looked to send it. Sends it over to Blinka. Blinka throws it into the near corner. Makasenka's going to go battle. Flyers going to step in front there. And they're going to come down the near wall. So Stevens gets the assist on Wu's goal. And Saltrick sends it up the wall. Flyers pick it up there. They get a shot off blocked into the back of the net. Blinka's going to pick it up. Blinka chips it up the wall for Makasenka. Makasenka tried to hit Mrazek too far. Flyers pick it up there. They send it in from the red line. It goes behind Coulter. Kiesel. Kiesel has Makasenka streaking. Kiesel's going to skate it. Lots of room as the Flyers were changing. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel. Kiesel with the shot. Breadbasket saved by the goalie. Kiesel took it end to end there from behind the end line as the goalie was forced to make a good breadbasket save there. Schilling, Zivy, Claherty, McVeigh, and Diamond come out. They go to the far circle for this draw. McVeigh's going to take it. She draws it back to Schilling. Schilling over to Zivkovic. Zivkovic down as McVeigh got leveled, no call. Claherty behind the net. Diamond applies some pressure, causes it to stay there, at least momentarily, and now they're going to battle on the wall. Zivkovic, throw it deeper. Claherty could get a stick out. It goes in behind the net. Claherty chips it. They tie her up on the wall. Flyers will pick it up in the far corner. Flyers send it back to neutral. Zivkovic steps up. Holds it at least in neutral at least. Now it goes across. Flyers are going to pick it up. Schilling puts it in the snow, and Flyers push it in. Claherty pushes it, tries to push it back out. It's stuck in the snow by the Selects bench. Flyers hold, and McVeigh chips it out. Now up ahead to Schilling. Schilling with Diamond breaking. Schilling backhands it deep with 8:50 to go. Flyers battle there. Comes around the backside. And they're going to chip it up. Zivkovic holds. Now they battle it down the wall. Wu puts it into the corner. Flyers pick it up, come up through the center of the zone. Flyers still skating. Still skating. Shot, Coulter. It hit her. She had no idea where it went. It went behind the net. Coulter was looking for it. Never a good sign. As she makes that save, it drifts to the near corner. Flyers hold it. They're getting a little aggressive right now. Flyers skate in. That could have been a penalty on Schilling, no call. Schilling couldn't clear. Out to the near point. They put it in front. Wu can't clear. Wu dives and clears it now. Flyers pick it up at the red line. Escape by Wu, and they battle along, and now Scarlatelli picks it up, comes back the other way. She's going to gain the red line and dump it. Shannon behind the net. Shannon battles, sends it back up the near wall. Vitodian and Dahl jump on. I see Salatrick. Salatrick, Shannon, and Scarlatelli now as this puck comes back to neutral. Scarlatelli picks it up, sends it across, too far for Shannon. Flyers are going to pick it up. Shannon holds that. Now Dahl. Dahl skates in with it, loses it, goes to the near corner. As the Flyers are going to retreat with it. Send it up the near wall. Salatrick blocks that. Shannon holds. Sends it in on the goaltender. Goes over to the far corner. Push it by Stevens. It goes all the way down, and that will be an icing. 7:13. We'll come back down here. Stevens, Salatrick, and Mrazek out here with Dahl and Vitodian. As we go into the near circle for this draw. Salatrick should take this. We switch the back end to Kiesel and Blanca. As we're going to step in for this draw with 7:13 to go, third period. 2-0 on goals by Claherty and Wu. As Salatrick ends up on her backside of the dot. Flyers send it around to the near wall. They send it up through the zone, and here they come back the other way. Flyers player falls down. Escape by Salatrick over to the far point. They dance around Mrazek. They still hold it there on the far wall. Stevens cuts that off, can't clear. Now they come over to the near wall to the near point. Shot from the near point. Stevens hit that with a glove. Salatrick will lazily chip it out back to neutral. And with a 2-goal lead, sometimes that's all it takes as it bounces off the wall. And now they send it up back to D. They send it across. Mrazek cheats up. Salatrick puts a stick in there. 6:27 to go. They go D to D here. Stevens applies pressure. Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel chips it deep. As Stevens, Salatrick, and Mrazek head off. Kiesel will tie him up there to facilitate the change. Flyers pick it up. You get Claherty, Diamond, and McVeigh out here as Diamond picks it up. Diamond dumps it down into the corner behind the goaltender. Diamond with pressure. She falls down. Flyers get it stuck in their own feet, and the goaltender had no choice but to cover. 5:54 to go in the arena. As we're going to bring it across to the far dot. Is this canned heat? Oh, I missed a penalty here. We got a penalty on, looks like Diamond. As Schilling's playing a little canned heat. So we're going to go to the far side. Down a player now as Diamond's going to sit. I did not see that call. As McVeigh's going to take a draw on the penalty kill. Schilling will bring it around. Schilling up the wall lazily. Can't get it to Claherty. Now Schilling will send it back up the wall. Flyers hold. They continue to hold. They dance into the center. And McVeigh will chip it out off a Flyers skate as Claherty gets bodied into the wall. Flyers come back the other way. Diamond got a slashing penalty, they say. I definitely didn't see it as they center it. Cut off by McVeigh. McVeigh will gain the red line. Dump it deep. No, she's going to skate it. She's going to bring it in. Backhand it on the goal. Send it in behind. She's still skating with it. Dumps it around to the far corner. 49 seconds to go penalty. 5:12 in the game. McVeigh cut that off, and now they're going to take it behind the net again. They're going to send it up Zivkovic. They're battling here on the wall. Now Schilling. Schilling will send it back the other way. Flyers pick it up at neutral. We changed the killers to be Scarlatelli and Shannon. And now we've got Schilling behind the net. They take it away from her in the near corner. They pick it up here. They send it across to the far point. Wide open. Shannon hustles to get over there. It's loose in front. Still loose. Slot shot. Here comes the slot shot. They bury it top right corner. They left that player alone way too long in between the circles. And she buries it top right corner on Coulter, who had heavy traffic in front of the net. That's now 2-1 on a power play goal with 4:34 to go, third period. And just looking at the body language, you can see the air coming out of these girls a little bit, which is not a good sign. As Salatrick, Makasenka, Mrazek, Vitodian, and Dahl come out. These tournament weekends are long, and you've got to finish. We'll see what happens. Flyers are going to step in. They knock Saltrick down again on the dot. Makasenka dumps it down the far wall. They take it behind the Flyers goaltender. Into the corner, Mrazek battling. They send it behind. This time they send it up. Gets by Vitodian. They got the arm up, and that will be an icing. 4-13. Back this way. Schilling clearly put his music on the heavy metal hard rock page this morning with what he's playing today. So we're going to come into the near corner, Salatrick with Makasenka and Mrazek. Dahl and Vitodian out back. Goes into the corner. Makasenka's going to battle. Flyers are going to come out of there with it. Flyers up the far wall. Into the center. Here they come. One-on-one with Vitodian. Vitodian pushes the player to the corner. She goes around the backside. All the way around to the far point. Shot from there. Coulter got something on that late. It's loose in the slot. And they clear it back as they're going to have to wait for the zone to clear. A couple players had fallen down. They chip it up and in, and Vitodian sends it hard to the empty ice on the far side of the ice. This one gets by Dahl. They come down the far wall. Shot. Vitodian knocks that down. She single-handedly clears it out again. Flyers back to the top of their defensive zone. Heavy pressure. They get it ahead. They're going to catch us in a change, but Kiesel gets over there, cleans it up, and sends it out. Makasenka sends it deep. 3:20 to go. Flyers behind their own net. Saltrick with pressure. Reverses direction. Sends it around to the near corner. Up the wall. Diamond gets in the way. Saltrick cuts that off. Sends it back in. They call her off. Diamond out here now with Clawhardy. McVeigh should be jumping on. Flyers player fell on her own. Leaves it for Clawhardy. Clawhardy does the toe drag. It works. Does it again. It doesn't work. Now Diamond loses it, and they send it back to neutral. Blinka. Blinka in front of the selects bench. Blinka up too far for McVeigh, but Clawhardy picks it up. Clawhardy is going to dump it, but it doesn't get very far as the Flyers send it back to neutral. Here they come down the far wall. Kiesel steps in. They send it in on Coulter. She directs it lazily to the near corner. Backhand doesn't get through. Blinka blocked that. This time it gets all the way through everybody out to the far point now. Flyers regroup. 2:28 to go. They send it across. Down the near wall. They stop. They turn. They hold it. This time Diamond, that did not go out. This time Blinka will clear it. Blinka up to Shannon. Shannon tips it. Flyers come back the other way with it. We're going for a change. Zivkovic picks it up, sends it ahead. Flyers cut it off there up the near wall. They chip it by Zivkovic into the corner. Put it in front. Coulter directs that to the far wall. Over to the far wall. They overskated. Here comes Shannon. Shannon up the far wall. She's going to gain the red line and dump it. They were all yelling deep from the bench. They send it in behind where the Flyers pick it up in the near corner. They try to send it up to that corner. Shannon cuts off. Shannon with a nice move. Sends it around behind. Stevens is going to go pick it up. Stevens levels a girl over there. And it goes in behind the net again where Shannon picks it up. Shannon up the wall. Stevens backhands it lower again to Shannon. Shannon comes out with it. Shannon shoots, blocked over to the near wall. 1:25. Woo, down the wall. Flyers pick it up there. Shannon leaves it for Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it deep. It's off a skate. Shannon, and now they're going to set it. No, still not out as Schilling picks it up. Now Stevens battling. They send it down the half wall. This time it comes out. They cut it off. Zivkovic has to wait for the zone to clear. She's backhands it, but doesn't get it into the corner. 1:03 to go. In behind the net, Flyers pick it up. You have to imagine if they clear it up, that goaltender's coming out. Schilling sends it back to neutral. Makasenka whacks at it. It's in the snow and in Stripes' feet. They chip it down the wall. Mrazek does. Flyers have it at the top of their zone. They send it ahead. This may be the break they need to get the goalie out. Goalie's looking to the bench. Coach isn't calling her. Now she comes. 38 seconds to go. Puck behind the net. Dahl. Dahl gets pulled down. No call as the Flyers send it in and Coulter covers it with 29 to go. Not sure how that's not a hold. It was clear as day. And Philly's going to take the timeout. Now mute out the music. All right, 29 seconds to go. We're going to go to the far corner. We got Dahl, Vitodian, Diamond, Claherty, McVeigh, and 6 Flyers. As they draw it, Claherty's going to skate it out. It chips up and goes into the bench. 24.3. This one should be outside the zone. Oh, no, he's bringing it back. I thought they were out of the zone when that one went out. But they're going to bring it back. So the Flyers draw it to the near point. They send it across as Diamond chips it out. Claherty will finish it off with an empty net goal. And that's 3-1 on an empty netter by Claherty, same way we finished yesterday. And with 14.7 to go in the arena, it looks as if we're going to move on. The other game is 1-0 Burlington. They're out shooting the Brampton Canadettes 23-6. So we're going to play Burlington again, and I can tell you there have been a number of penalties in that game. I'm looking on the PIP website. There have been a number of penalties in that game. I see 8 penalties in that game. As this die's on the dot. They bang, 10 seconds to go. It's loose. Flyers are going to pick it up. They're going to overskate. Just sloppy play here at the end of the game as the puck stays right at neutral ice. And that'll do it. 3-1. Claherty will Claherty. And we'll go to the championship game this afternoon at Robert Morris at 1 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. And I'll bring you the handshake, get over the YouTube delay, and we'll see you later.